Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Larimer, and for today's Choose Your Own Adventure, we will be discussing The Tempest by William Shakespeare and the 1956 movie Forbidden Planet. While Shakespeare had a way of digging deeper down into the human psyche to discover the essence of human complexity, the decision to reimagine Shakespeare's play The Tempest into a science fiction movie Forbidden Planet not only allowed the director to explore more modern themes like sexism and the dangers of advanced technology, it was also highly influential on the sci-fi movie genre. To start with, there were themes of sexism that can be found throughout this movie. Here we have Altira, the daughter of Dr. Morbius, who was very naive and innocent because she had spent her entire life on this secluded planet, not being exposed to any other humans aside from her father. Well, when the men arrived on the planet, they didn't hesitate to immediately try to seduce Altira, and the first man was taking advantage of her innocence by trying to teach her how to kiss. And even when Commander Adams, the love interest, stepped in, he lectured her about how scandalous she was dressed and how inappropriate her attire was, even going as far as to say it would serve her right if he had not interfered and just let the men proceed with whatever they had planned. Meanwhile, her father, seemingly unbothered, made no action to stop or discourage this type of behavior towards her. Play-to-film adaptation also provided a strong cautionary tale about the dangers of advanced technology. In the film, we see the Krill have a high-tech machine that is powered by thermonuclear reactors and has the potential to destroy the entire planet. Later in the movie, Dr. Morbius uses the same technology to create an invisible id monster using the subconscious power of his mind while he slept, so his thoughts were made into solidified energy that had the power for great destruction and basically unlimited force. And this parallels the events that were occurring in 1956, specifically the technological advancements that were occurring during the Cold War. The hydrogen bomb was invented in 1952, is just a few short years before this movie, and it was also a thermonuclear device. And it was an excellent example of how advanced technology can be capable of immense devastation if it's exposed to the darker side of the human mind, as seen with Dr. Morbius's use of the dream machine. And this brings us into the influence that this movie had on the sci-fi film genre. So it influenced other sci-fi movies like Star Wars, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and Star Trek. It introduced new concepts and ideas like robotics, interplanetary travel, augmented intelligence, and creating matter from nothing, as well as cutting-edge visual effects that inspired George Lucas. You can see in this image to the left that the Krill's machine is very similar to the interior of the Death Star, while Robbie the Robot and C-3PO from Star Wars also shared similarities in their ability to speak many languages. And speaking of Robbie the Robot, he was Dr. Morbius's assistant, and he was also the first robot in movie history to accurately depict Asimov's 3 laws of robotics by refusing to injure another man with a weapon when he was ordered to. He also appeared in many other TV shows and movies like The Twilight Zone, The Thin Man, Columbo, The Addams Family, and perhaps the most popular, Lost in Space. So while there have been many other adaptations of The Tempest, Forbidden Planet being made into a sci-fi movie allowed for a deeper exploration into the more modern themes that we discussed. And with that, I'll leave you with a fun fact. Robbie the Robot here took $125,000 to create in 1956, which would be the equivalent of about $1.3 million today. Here are the references that were used to create this PowerPoint. Thank you for your time.